What is up, Matwire fam? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. For those of you that don't know, my name is Antonio Matwire and I own a 2018 BMW M3. The brake pads on the M3 that come stock from the factory produce so much brake dust. I'm talking about a ridiculous amount of brake dust. Let me show you. So these are my TE37s, right? I guarantee you, if I come over here and just do a little wipe like that, I don't know if you can see that, where my finger mark was. And then look at my finger. And this is on a daily basis. And now mind you, the amount of brake dust I just showed you from that one wheel did come from about probably like 40 to 50 miles of driving. But as mentioned before, the stock brake pads are infamous for producing a crazy amount of brake dust just from very few miles. I actually had my car detailed literally this morning. First time driving it today. I drove to this location for a photo shoot. I'm meeting up with somebody. And you can literally see the brake dust. Let me show you guys. So check it out. Mind you, this location's probably, I want to say 12 miles away from my house. And then just look at the brake dust already caked on. That is insane. And now obviously the front brake pads produce a lot more dust than the rear. Let me just show you guys for reference. So this is the rear. Still pretty bad, as you can see, with the brake dust, but not nearly as bad as the front. Now this has been a problem for me since I've gotten this car. I like to keep my car clean, so when I do detail it, I'll go ahead and go for a drive most times. And even if I go to a location right down the street just to take pictures or a quick video, the wheels are already covered in brake dust. But in today's video, we're gonna fix that. So I actually went ahead and picked up some Akebono brake pads. I'll leave a link in the description of where I got them from. But word on the street, these are pretty good when it comes to brake dust. I've heard that they don't sacrifice any performance than the OEM brake pads, but they have a lot less brake dust than the OEM pads. So that's honestly why I decided to go with them. And now mind you, there were other options that I could have gone for the F80. I know for a little bit I was looking at the red stuff brake pads as well as the yellow stuff, but those were a little bit more aggressive and I wasn't trying to go super aggressive. Really all I was focused on is decreasing the amount of brake dust that the brake pads produce. And from my research, the Akebono brake pads are gonna do just that. And not to mention, the Akebono brake pads actually do come with a brand new brake sensor, as you can see right there. So not all brake pads do it. This is one of the few brands that does that. Majority of brake pad companies will just send you the pads, and if you want to replace the brake sensor, you have to purchase that on the side. I really like how Akebono included that in there. So it should be a pretty simple install. Brake pads are always super quick, especially with these brakes. So I'm gonna go ahead, jack up the car, get the wheel off, and get started. So this isn't really a step-by-step guide, but for those of you that have never changed your brake pads before, pretty much these two pins are gonna come out, and that's pretty much the only thing holding these pads in place. Once I get the pins out, take out the pads. Oh, there's one, and there's two. So I mean, it looks like it was getting close to about that time anyway. As you can see, the pad is not completely gone on either one of these, but yeah, it was getting there. I do believe we're gonna have to reuse this old retainer, which is fine. I'll go ahead and clean it up a little bit, no biggie. We'll go ahead and replace this one in there and then see how it looks afterwards. So pads are already installed, as you can see, brand new, nice and shiny. This is not one of the brake sensors. There's only a brake sensor on the driver's side front, and there's going to be one on the passenger side rear. All right, so we're on this rear passenger side brake now. So as you can see, the pads are removed, but I did want to show you guys how the brake pad sensor is routed. So I literally just took this one out, and it was just hooked up to the back side of this brake pad. And then come over here, it's gonna be this little box that you have to take off. It's right here. It's a little plastic nut that connects there. But this middle one right here, that's where the brake pad sensor is. These other two you don't wanna mess with. So the brake pad sensor comes from here and it routes all the way down here. There's a little clip back there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just opens up. So you wanna open up that clip, get it from there, and then just route it all the way back around to the back side of the brake caliper. All right, so I got the brand new sensor plugged in. Like I said, it routes back here, that little clip right there. And then on this other side, there is another clip up in the back. I don't know if you guys can see back there. Yeah, so I gotta clip that one in place still, and then routed it. There's 2 clips right here to route it through, all the way down to the brake caliper. This one is now done, so we're gonna go ahead and do the other side off camera. When we get to the driver's side front wheel, I will show you guys the sensor setup just so you guys can see. Kind of it is a little bit different than this one back here, but other than that, I'm gonna do everything else off camera, and then we'll take it for a test drive. So we made it to this wheel on this side. The sensor is a lot easier to get to. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you just have to open up this little window right here, and then it comes up and just loops around. There's nothing crazy. It's not a long trail that you have to follow, kind of like that rear one on the passenger side. This one's pretty straightforward. You just follow it up, and then right down here, it'll connect to the brake pad. All right, so we got the car off of jack stands. It's ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and go for a little test drive just to see how these brake pads perform. From what I've heard, these brake pads should perform very similarly to the OEM brake pads. So let's go ahead and go for a test drive and see how they perform. All right, so we're really just gonna go ahead and drive around and see how these brake pads feel. Now, from what I know and what I looked up online, there's really no particular procedure for these particular brake pads as far as bedding them in. Now, me personally, I do plan on bedding them in just a little bit, but from what I found online, it says just drive normally for about 400 to 500 miles and just try to avoid aggressive braking. But initial thoughts, I've already made a few stops, and honestly, nothing really feels different than OEM. Once again, it doesn't feel any better than OEM, but you don't really buy these brake pads for performance. Majority of individuals that are in the market for the Akebono brake pads usually just want less brake dust. You're not buying these for the track, or you're not buying these for better performance when it comes to braking. Myself, just being your typical car enthusiast, as well as daily driving this car, I just wanted something that had a lot less brake dust. So hopefully it does have a lot less brake dust than OEM, but I'll actually put that to the test later in this video. The brakes feel real good, no complaints. The only thing I could say I notice as compared to the OEM is these ones have a little less initial bite, if that makes sense. So the braking overall feels about the same, but that initial bite that you get from those OEM pads isn't really there with these ones, but that's not a big deal. Like I said, I daily drive this car. I don't need the brake pedal to be super touchy anyway, but just ever so slightly, you can feel that initial bite isn't there anymore. Yeah, they feel great. I just kind of did a little bit more of an aggressive stop, and it might just be me. I might just be overthinking it, but it feels like the bite is a little less aggressive. But don't get me wrong, they still feel great. Oh, Lord have mercy. I need some new shocks, man. So I'm actually in the market for coilovers because as of right now, the car only has lowering springs, but my shocks, I'm pretty sure, are shot because every time I go over a bump, whether it's big or small, it is extremely jarring. If someone had did a brake job on my car and put these brake pads on my car without me knowing, I probably wouldn't know the difference, honestly. But that's enough about performance. Let's go ahead and get this car cleaned up so we can test the brake dust. Hopefully this is the last time I see this caked on disgusting brake dust. Looking forward to that no longer being an issue. So right now we're currently headed to a location so that way we can see how much brake dust these pads are producing. This location is about 25 miles out, which is right around the same distance as that other location in that previous clip. I wanted to go somewhere that was similar in mileage so that way we can kind of have an even comparison to see what 25 miles looks like on the old pads versus these ones. So let's go take a look at the wheels and see how much brake dust is on them. So right off the bat, they're not as bad. You can see that there's a little bit of brake dust right here, but it's kind of white, silverish. It's not that dark brown or dark orange color. I would say overall the wheels still look fairly clean in my opinion, but let's go ahead and check out the front ones just because they do produce a little more brake dust than the rears. Pretty much the same. I don't see a whole bunch of brake dust as far as like the orange, brown. There is a little more up here, as you can see, if it would focus on my finger. There's a little more on this front wheel than there was on the rear wheel, but still nothing crazy. You can literally still see the shine in the wheel. And with the old brake pads, after a few miles, there wasn't really any shine, especially in this outer edge right here, where it's kind of like chromed. anytime I drove somewhere more than like 20 miles, this chrome would just disappear. It would look like a matte finish almost. So the fact that you can still see the shine on the wheel is definitely an upgrade. If you're a car enthusiast like myself and you don't track your car, or even if you have a daily driver and you like to keep your wheels clean, then I would definitely recommend these brake pads. It's almost a no-brainer. They feel like OEM brake pads and they have 90% less dust. But just like that, that wraps up today's video. If you like this video, smash that like button, or if it helped you out in any way, the likes on the videos help out tremendously. And if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.